Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are working on clearing out this slope next to the shop here. We're doing it primarily for fire protection and also to get the view of the river. For fire protection we want to get at least 100 feet of fairly clear space around our shop, especially on the steep slope that leads up to the shop. This hill is particularly challenging to clear because it was cut down and cleared about 20 years ago, but then has since regrown. Primarily these Rocky Mountain maples, which are just choking out the hill, and they're kind of a hard tree to deal with because they grow in clumps or bushes, and they die and they fall over, then more grow in their place, so it just gets to be a thick woven mess of new and dead trees. So it's kind of a fight to get it out, and also working on this hill. Doesn't look steep, but it is very steep, and there's some spots where it's challenging to actually get your footing. The backhoe's been working great for us. Right here we're grabbing all of the brush piles that we're stacking up and putting them in the middle of our cleared yard so that we can burn them in a safe area. I don't know what we'd do without the backhoe. Good afternoon everyone. Today we're going to pick up where we left off last evening and keep clearing this hillside out. This is the hill that is directly to the north of the bus and is our first major fire clearing that we're going to do. It's also where the power is going to run. Let me show you here. So from the corner of the bus up by the shop there, the power is going to start there, or technically it's going to end there. There'll be a transformer up in the shade there. Come down through here, down through the gap in those two big trees, and then I'll sneak through and go around to the power pole. So we have to be trenching right through here. So it's nice to get this all cleared out. It's also nice to get this hill all exposed. On camera this probably looks flat, but the edge of the cleared area where it's topsoil, that's roughly, I'd say, 10 feet lower than where I'm standing. Last night I was able to come through with the backhoe, level all this out nicely, and grab all the piles that I made last night up at the top of the hill here. So we'll just, and then I also was able to pull out a whole bunch of the stumps that I was tripping over yesterday. So it's getting much better. I'm not caring too much about the finished product here because I have to dig most of this up for the septic field anyway. But we were gonna basically clear up to those two big trees there and wrap all the way around. Those two smaller trees that are in the shade there, those will go, and we'll find a way to meet up with the road down at the bottom there. And then we'll go that way, but I don't think we'll get to that tonight. I have to say I'm really happy with the 362. It's working really well. It's a little on the heavy side for this light brush stuff, but at the same time it'll also be able to handle some of the bigger trees that we have on the property. The weed eater turned to brush cutter is working excellent also. I wish there was a smaller, more confined shroud here because it catches on the brush all the time. This is also a steel blade here, and it's been working great until I hit a rock with it last night, and it was pretty dull. But I took a small file of mine and went through and sharpened all 80 teeth. I think there's 80 of them. So we'll see if that works good. I do have a different blade coming in the mail, so hopefully we get that and I can try that out instead. That's enough talking, let's get to work. So the trimmer we're using here is an FS131 steel trimmer, and we put on the steel brand brush cutting blade on here, basically a circular saw blade, and it works very well until you hit anything hard, like a rock, and our property is made out of rocks, so it's kind of a challenge to keep this thing sharp for more than an hour or two. You just don't know what you're swinging into in these clump maples or these Rocky Mountain maples. So we do have a blade coming for it that's a chainsaw basically blade where they mount chainsaw teeth to it, and that'll be a lot easier to sharpen. It won't take as much time to sharpen. This one takes a long time and it's very tedious because of all the little tiny teeth. Overall, we love the saw. It's my go-to for brush clearing. I like that I can go up trees and trim up the low limbs before I go in with the chainsaw, and it makes life really easy for me. So we just recently purchased this saw. It is a Stihl MS362. It's one of the smaller professional chainsaws that Stihl offers. I went with this one because I appreciate the professional saw line. They're much higher quality, more steel or more metal parts on them. Just built to last for a lifetime. So it's also a good size where it's small enough to do this brush clearing, but it's also big enough to take down large trees, pretty much anything I'll see on the property. So it's a good saw. I think the bar is a little bit long for it. It's a 25-inch bar, and it's just asking a little bit much when you're in a big tree with that setup. I might change out the chain to be a double skip tooth chain, and that might help a little bit with the grabbiness. Just a couple. you've made it to this point in the video, I want to thank you so much for watching. It is truly humbling for us that you choose to spend your time watching what we are doing out on this property. I want to thank you again for watching. If you want to support Emily and I and this crazy project we're working on, the best way to do that is just to hit that like button. It tells YouTube this content is worth showing to other people, and maybe they'll find as much enjoyment in it as you do. If you want to support us in a more direct way, the best way to do that is just through our YouTube channel memberships. If you have any questions about what we're doing or comments on how we can improve what we're doing out here, drop a comment down below and let us know what you think. If you like this content and want to see more of it, the best way to ensure you see it is to hit that subscribe button. That way you see all of our upcoming videos. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.